Hi everyone. I'm here to showcase to you our latest product, which is the intention to pay scores. And this has been created to lend to customers without a credit history, without a CIBIL score, without a CRIF score, which is pretty much at least half of the population who wants a loan in India. This is the startup employee. This is the kirana store owner. This is the person who lives in a tier 3 tier 4 city. His access to formal credit is very less. Now, psychometrics is an input, not an outcome. So, it is not today that people are using psychometry for lending. It started in 2006 in Harvard University and has slowly become quite an integral part of lending to new to credit customers abroad. And we seek to bring it to India with, the customizations required as per the Indian market. Do we really need it? Yes, we do. And this is why. In the screen here, you will notice that we've put together the rationale for that the time is ripe for this score. Of course, one is that whatever catches on in the US and Europe about a decade later, it's also live here in India. So the time that way is right. Also, we find that borrowers who are less than 30 years, that is 18 to 30 years old people who are often salaried, but they do not have a track record, they don't have a credit card, they have never taken a personal loan, when they form nearly 40% of the credit demand in this year. This is all taken from the CIBIL TransUnion report for this year. Then you find also that the maximum growth in inquiries has been from tier 2, tier 3 cities. And there has hardly been that much of a growth in the metro cities. So, if you're really looking at the expanding market, all the expansion is happening in those areas. We also know that there are 5 C's to lending, and a character is that one C which gets addressed in a very big way through a CIBIL or a CRIF score, simply because CIBIL calculates and tells you what is this person's intention. If he's taken a similar product earlier, has he paid it back? And how well has he behaved, right? So it sort of becomes a character certificate saying that this is a reliable person, he is a responsible person. And there is no other alternative to today looking at responsibility and reliability, especially lawfulness. Therefore, you find that when you look at the approval rates, they are pretty low. They're 23 to 26%, and a lot of the leads which come into the loan, inquiries do not get converted. As mentioned earlier, the whole idea was, can we address this, that if we know the financial acumen of a person, if we know that for last 2 years he's salaried, he's stable, this is his permanent house, can we give him a loan, preferably an unsecured loan, where he doesn't have to bring a gold or his house to the table? And what we recommend with the intention to pay is that take a test. This test can be taken in any language. It just has 12 questions, but of course, not that any two people get the exact same question. There's also video proctoring to ensure that you know who's taking the test and the salesperson is not prompting the customer. So go ahead, take the test, see instantaneously in the dashboard that you are provided. You can see a snapshot below, a proceed, caution, or avoid recommendation, and then go ahead and lend. Okay. Now go ahead with confidence and lend is what we would want to say. What really happens is that the intention to pay decision triad, which is proceed, avoid, and caution. And within caution also, we give you 3 levels, which is low, medium, and high, becomes a great way to understand the new to credit customer. to take a secondary exposure, because today, if you take a CIBIL report, virtually everyone's got all their loans from different lenders, right? Take So you can be the lender of choice. Take a secondary exposure on your own customer. Take a second opinion. Even if you have a CIBIL score, go ahead, understand this person better, and finally, give your collections some support. See, today the collections person just goes in blind when somebody defaults. Give him some understanding that is this person more likely to bend to the law, or is he somebody who's very um, self-centered, or is he somebody who looks at responsibility as a big thing. Go ahead and give them this input, so that even in their first call they can tailor in their collections message, and definitely the soft bucket collection efficiency improves. Right. Now, this is what we bring to the table. Therefore, when you look at what will happen before the intervention, if you are working at a 30 days, 30 plus default per month, and a 23 to 26% approval rate, post implementing ITP, you can really look at the default rates at least falling down to say a 20 to 23%, 30 plus days default. And you can also find that the approval rates will go up to about 32 to 35% from the same set of leads. So we are not saying you've got to do some extra bull work. We are saying same set of leads, milk them better, segment them better, treat them better. Will be able to get more out of them, and therefore the ROI of the whole portfolio improves. Where can this be used? It can definitely be used for first time credit, for your two-wheeler loans, tractor loans, trucks and other commercial vehicle loans. Also for MSME loans, especially if they are not group loans. It's easier if it's not group loans, right? For self-employed loans, so grow in your portfolio, get a much more profitable segment with much better approval rates. Okay. And if you are giving personal loans, even if it's on an instantaneous personal loan on the app, go ahead, just put in this link and make it a part of your process. So how does this really work? It works like this, that you can take a call, that will you avoid only the very high chance of delinquency customers, and for the caution and the proceed customers, you will just do a pricing change, which could be even an upsell, or for the caution you would do a downsell. You could reduce the loan amount, reduce your rate of interest, or you could decide that you would be more strict, and you can remove even the caution high guys from your portfolio to maintain better delinquency ratios in your portfolio. So the advantage therefore becomes, as I was trying to mention earlier, the idea is you already have a credit risk policy. You already know you've got to look at certain KYC documents. You've got to look at his financials, his stability. And then if you overlay the intention to pay decision, you can decide that for good customers, you can actually proceed to upsell the loans. You can give them a better rate, better tenure, to ensure that they are happy with your organization and become better customers in your organization. Their ratio in your portfolio increases. And for the avoid segment, you can definitely, even if they have okay financials, you can take a call. You will avoid them, so that your delinquencies remain low. There is a lot of potential, and we would want to reach out to all the microfinance organizations and non-banking financial services organizations who are willing to look at this as an input, which will drive their ROI, which will help them take better calls, which will help them price for risk upfront. Now, what we are therefore saying, if you look at it from the financial inclusion point of view, everyone's talking financial inclusion, everyone's talking Make in India. So go ahead, look at this, that, nearly 72 out of 100 people get rejected, the inquiries get rejected. And CIBIL itself says that unassessed are 80% of the adult population. Okay. These guys go to private money lenders who give very high rates of interest, 46 to 60%. Okay. So what are we saying? This is a win-win situation. These people are ready to give you a higher rate of interest, and you can also take a call that some of them could be really good customers. If you give them a chance, they could turn out to be your best customers as your portfolio grows, come back for repeats and the like. And you can move to a blue ocean strategy from the red ocean, where everyone seems to have similar policies, similar they give approvals at similar rates, and have similar delinquencies of their of their portfolio. When you look at us, if you look at us and think why us, see, both me and Ruben, we come from fairly large experience in financial services in the lending portfolios, and we are also subject matter experts. I'm an expert in analytics, and Ruben's an expert in people management and psychometry. We've actually written and co-authored a new book too. So all we would want to say is, I think we understand this market, we understand both sides of the coin, and we do believe that this can be a valuable tool in a risk and credit toolkit for any lending organization. Now, some questions that often come is, what happens to different types of organizations? After all financial services companies are not at the same level of technology enablement. The good part is we support all stages. The manual application companies also, where the CRO or the feet on street actually interacts completely with the customer. As I mentioned, even if the feet on street just keeps on his cell phone the link, all he has to do is go to the customer site and put it on. The video proctored test will run, and you, sitting in the head office or in your branch office, will get the report in real time. Even if you are part online and part manual, you can just put this link into your website or hand it out as part of your manual. And if you're app based, it becomes really easy. You just insert the link, which is your custom link here, into your app, and on a click here, it will just move. And I will take you through that process. Just give me a couple of minutes. Now, what type of engagement do you want? We are open to pay as you go also, and for licensed versions also. So we are absolutely flexible. One problem that some people foresee is that how do we really do the pricing? We don't have internal capabilities. So if you do have internal capabilities, that's great. We allow you free testing so that you can test the model and tune it also. You can make it, customize it to your organization. And if you want us to do that, we do that too. Okay. So let's click here and then take the test. So here we are. The test, again, even this screen can be modified as per your requirements, but it's as easy as this. A customer comes. Yes, we do ask for the branch name and the product. And then we say, add in the 12-digit Aadhaar number. We are not asking for any email IDs, etc., until you want us to. So that's 12 digits. It asks you to use your camera. So here is the test screen. It just comes in as a screen, and you can go ahead and take the test. Very simple. You will notice the questions. All of them are psychometric, for a psychometric profile. Here again, you have the option to look at all these languages, and We have currently tested this in 8 languages, plus English plus Hindi. Okay. If you want to see how it looks, I will send you a code. Just go ahead. Hindi is the one which I understand very well. So you can see very simple question. अगर मैं पकड़ा नहीं गया तो मुझे झूठ बोलना या धोखा देने में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay. And if I want to go back, I can just go back and show original. Okay. And just take this test. It's just 12 questions. Most people, average time that people take this test is just about a minute and a half or two. Okay. Because these are easy questions. But yeah, there are some people who spend some time pondering over it. So what we do is that not only do we not only do we calculate the way a person has taken the test. Okay, so we actually see the trend. Is he choosing the same answers over and over again? But we also track the time he has taken to give a score in the report, which looks into these 12 questions plus the details about his education, his location, and his age, which you had seen. Yes, so this is the secret sauce. If this is something that you find interesting, this is something you would want to put in as part of your process, do reach out to us. And we'd be very pleased to be associated with you. With this, I sign off.